Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on a special night that we like to call Takedown Tuesday for the Pride Rules MMA podcast. As always, we are brought to you by ADK Fightwear, Black Hole Jiu-Jitsu, Madama Jiu-Jitsu, and 2 Minute Warning Sports 360. I am tonight's host, the Reverend Tommy D. Joined with me, as always, by my little elves, El Profesor, Omar Sangrima,
Nice.
and the freckle-faced assassin, Christopher Gucci. What's up, boys? How was your holiday?
It was blessed.
Good. That's a good way to put it. It was blessed. A lot of
Exactly.
nothing, sitting around eating a bunch of shit that I would never eat. And, playing Call of Duty with my nephews. Basically.
That's awesome. That's fun.
They can't. They're like completely lost, so it's like, let me show you. And an hour later, I finally gave up the controller.
Yeah, I'm in nostalgia heaven right now. Santa Claus wiggled his fat ass somewhere. I don't have a chimney, so he stuck his fat ass somewhere in his house, and gave my son the Sega Genesis that has like 81 games built in it. So
That's
it's
beautiful.
it's been an entire day of Comic Zone and Sonic the Hedgehog. I feel like it's 1991 all over again. It's pretty awesome.
That's a good year. That was a good year, if I recall. I was 7. I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it at 7 years old. It's fucking great.
Well, so now everybody's digesting all of the leftovers that we have today, and we got some MMA to talk about this weekend. The last card of 2017, and it was a little bit of, I don't want to say controversy, but we're not going to see Jimmy Rivera and John Lineker, shocker, fighting this Saturday night. They were hoping that Marlon Moraes was going to step in, but some things were going on back and forth. I really didn't have the chance to check it out. Chris, do you know anything about this situation?
Yeah, I do. Well, obviously you said, Lineker pulled out for, I guess, a bum tooth. And then Rivera started calling out Moraes, said he'd give him 4 pounds, let him fight at 140. And Moraes supposedly said he couldn't make that on short notice. So then supposedly Rivera said he'd agree to 10 pounds, give him 10 pounds. And then Moraes now supposedly withdrew his offer. So this is coming from Rivera. So who the fuck knows what really happened? I mean, there's not much coming from Moraes' camp on the situation, obviously. I mean, I don't know, man. I think that it's not much of a story. I mean, like, you can't fault a guy for not taking a short notice fight. I don't give a fuck if he's getting 10 pounds or not. It's just not. It might not be the best. Just fought twice. The holiday, he might have stopped training, got fat. Who the fuck knows? He just might not be in a position to do something. Stakes being as high as they would be in that fight, I don't think it's a bad move for him to not fight. But Rivera's trying to pull you've been talking shit, we got beef, now here's your chance. I mean, kind of fucking Bush on Rivera's part, I think, because, he's trained up, he's ready for a fight, he made all these sacrifices, and I understand his frustration. He missed Thanksgiving, he missed Christmas in a fight camp. But, for that same reason, Moraes shouldn't take the fight because, like I said, he's been enjoying the holiday. But that's my take on it. There's not much real news other than just what Rivera can do.
Well, you know what it is? This is what's weird to me. Rivera likes to talk a lot of shit, it seems like. But on the back end of that, there's 3 guys in this division that say that, Rivera ducks them constantly. John Dodson, Aljamain Sterling, and Marlon. The 3 of them say that Jimmy Rivera ducks them. Now, if it's one guy saying it, I'd have to say, well, maybe it's just, trying to sell something. When it's 3 guys saying it, if it looks like shit, it smells like shit, it might be Jimmy Rivera. That's all I'm going
Yikes.
to say.
That's tough.
Damn.
Come on, guys.
Damn, bro, that was a I'm not knocking Rivera. I see his point too. Like I said, he's frustrated. But I mean, I've read comments coming from Rivera saying like, almost admitting that he's ducking people because it doesn't make sense for him at this point in his career. Which that's, I don't know, that's very sportsman of him. Like these guys a lot of them are fighters. Some of them are, I don't know how to put it. You get it. Like there's two kinds of fighters. There's the guys that treat it like it's a sport, and there's the guys that treat it like they're going in there and fighting. And Rivera.
Well, the three guys that are, but you know what it is? The three guys that are saying this are the, next to the top three are like the biggest names in the division that people are talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I think it was in reference to Aljamain that, because I was hoping that Sterling would get that fight. I thought that was a possibility, and then Rivera was like actually shooting it down, and which is where I read those comments of him saying like, I turned down fights because like I'm ahead of these guys. Like why would I let them have an opportunity to build themselves off of me, and me winning does nothing for my career. Which, I mean, not really. Max cleaned out the division, but he established himself immediately as a dominant champion just because of what he did before he.
Well, somebody had mentioned Aljamain's name, of course, on Twitter, and Aljamain, came right back. It was just like, look, man, I don't want it right now. I'm doing the right thing and laying low. I've learned from my predecessors, so I think it's good for him to not try and, get in there right now after the fight with Marlon, just so he can get his headspace right. That was a brutal and vicious knockout.
Yeah, bro. And to that point, I mean, did anybody read his comment about how he feels like the UFC should handle those better? I agree. 100%.
Me too.
Like he's
Did you kind of let him out in the cold?
Watching at home, I get knocked out bad. They got the camera on me. Like it looks scary. It looks scary to see yourself knocked out like that, and then they don't even let your family know. So you're back there getting checked. It's like 45 minutes before you could even, they should say something like they do with all other sports. Where they're like, where it is that Aljamain's, backstage, full movement, he's talking, they should do things like that. He got stretched out.
They have that in video games, for fuck's sake. Like, if you have, like, in Madden, somebody get hurt, they give you the update in the third quarter if it's a first half injury. You can't do that in real life? Fuck out of here. Stupid.
It's a shitty thing on the, production of the UFC.
100%.
Well, so as of right now, I guess that fight is scratched because I'm pretty sure. I think that was on the main card, wasn't it? Wasn't that a main card fight?
Yeah.
It was absolutely going to be a main card fight, and deservedly so. I love Lineker.
Yeah, so now that the main card is down to 4 fights instead of 5. Which, it's, I don't know. I think they should have brought
I would imagine that they're going to just boost one of the they're not going to have it a main card. They'll probably just make one of the.
Well, as of right now, on the UFC's page and MMAfighting.com, it's just 4. So
yeah, and on UFC's page, they actually technically still have Rivera Lineker. Like it's there as the third fight of the night on the main card. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we're going to wait to talk about the Edson Barbosa and Khabib fight for when our buddy Sean calls in. Sean keeps calling in to talk about his upcoming title fight, and we're going to get his take on some of the fights on the main card here. So, as of right now, the curtain jerker is Carlos Condit versus Neil Magny. Omar, I'm going to go to you on this one first. Do you think Condit's back, or do you think Magny finishes him just as quick, if not quicker, than Damian Maia?
I think Condit's back. I do. I don't know why. I've just always seen Magny as a workman and a great one. But I never saw the spark of crazy greatness. What RDA did to him really blew my hair back. Apparently it blew Magny's hair back, or that's just his natural hairline. I don't know. Can never tell. These photos are weird. But I think Condit, I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't want to believe Condit's done. Because if Condit's done, then I'm really an old man. You get me? Like all these fighters that are great, and seeing Robbie Lawler lose too the other day was a little sad. Getting old, man. So Condit's got another one. God damn it.
Yeah, I guess it must not be that impressive if one of your big wins is Nick Diaz, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have beaten Nick Diaz from 2011 on.
Oh, my goodness. So here's the truth of the matter. It's like, what Condit are we going to get? Are we going to get the fucking baby leg kick Carlos Condit, who, tries to, I think either way he has enough. He has what it takes to eke out a decision. No matter which Condit shows up, I think, and that's not a knock on Magny. I just think that he is as good as he peaked. The fact that he made it to where he made it as whatever top 10 in the world. That's not it, and that's not a knock on him either.
So you're gonna go with Condit?
Yeah, it's either Condit could really finish him in devastating fashion if the one that fought Martin Kampmann shows up, but that's a long time ago. Or we could see the boring petition Condit, maybe leg kick Condit. But either way, you win.
I'm going to have to go against the grain here, and I think Neil Magny takes it.
You're crazy.
I do.
It wouldn't surprise me.
You know what it is, man? I just don't think he's the same Condit, bro. I don't think he's the same. I don't know if it's something mental or if...
How old is Condit? I'm going to check.
75 in fight years. He's been fighting since he was 13.
He's only 33, bro.
Stop, though. Get out of here.
That has nothing to do with age. I just don't think he's
He fought under an assumed name and, Indian reservations in New Mexico. Get out of here. He's used the fake ID to fight. Other people use fakies to get booze and cigarettes, and this guy's like, you know what? I want to fight grown men. Fuck it, let's do it live.
I just don't think he's the same. I don't know what happened to him. He just went downhill, and that weird
shit. I think we mentioned what happened to him. The wear and tear, bro. It catches up with everybody.
Yeah, but that weird
I think Condit. It's been a while since he's fought, correct?
Yeah.
The last fight was Damian Maia, wasn't it? 13 seconds?
That was August 2016. That was a while ago.
That was a bit ago. He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, too. I'm flip-flopping him up here. I'm bad.
That's what I mean. He's not the same that he was.
Bro, his losses are GSP. It was Hendricks, when Hendricks was fucking 2013 Hendricks. Then he beat Kampmann, and he lost to Woodley, lost to Waller, lost to Maia, beat Thiago Alves. He's lost to some fucking top-level guys. It's not like he's out here losing wrong.
I don't know, bro. He just doesn't look the same to me, and that's why I think Magny's going to submit him.
What?
That's what I think.
Jesus Christ.
Well, me and you were 1-0 so far, Omar. Tommy got an early lead on you. All right, next. What do you got for us next?
All right. Well, Cynthia Calvillo versus Carla Esparza. I think Cynthia beats her with her jiu-jitsu. I don't think Carla gets out of the second round, honestly. Yeah, I don't think she gets out of the second round.
She's fighting out of Northern California. Thug life. I love it. She brings a different kind of attitude to the fucking cage for a little chick.
I like Carla, for sure. But
I like Carla as well, but I think Carla's going to get fucking dusted.
Yeah, Cynthia's jiu-jitsu is just way too good.
I think
way too good.
Just not, she's down to scrap. Carla's very one-dimensional with her wrestling. She doesn't, control you with position. She doesn't really have much of a chance. That's not going to happen. Right.
Omar?
You made my argument for me. For somebody that can roll R's like a
I was
champion.
gonna say Omar was gonna be like,
No, I'm just saying. This, my man can roll R's like a gangster. All right, like his nickname is El Cid. What are we doing Calvillo for? All right, 2 L's.
Yeah.
Okay, Calvillo. Please. All right, you roll L's.
I speak better Puerto Rican than I do Brazilian. I'm sorry, or Portuguese. Excuse me.
Cynthia Calvillo. Come on, Calvillo. Like 2 L's. Come on. You don't even say that too.
I would argue that she's not even Brazilian. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, me neither. She ain't Brazilian. No, she ain't Brazilian. She's Spanish. She's
from San Jose, bro. She's fucking
Curitiba, Brazil, by way of San Jose. But what's crazy is that I'm positive that Tommy can pronounce R's like H's like it's his job. So I've heard him say it the right way.
Yeah.
So don't even try that. You're an international man of mystery, Tommy D. All right? I just got a bunch of balls on the double L business.
It's called covering my own tracks, okay?
I hear you. I know, dude. Are you kidding me? I've seen a couple of APBs put out by Interpol that reminded me of you. But the Cookie Monster, as much as I want to make a really bad joke, we're going to keep it 100 and be above board here. I love Carlos Esparza, but I don't know. There's a reason why the rankings are what they are, right? Maybe in this case we're going to not say that the rankings are bullshit. I got Cynthia as well. I absolutely do. I think Carla's reached her ceiling.
So what do you think will be next for Carla if she gets
Invicta?
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it,
she goes back where she
I don't
started?
think that's the...
Yeah.
No, I think that's better off for some of these
absolutely
girls, rather than to hang around right around the lower end of the rankings. Go fight for Invicta because they put on a better show. You're not fighting on the Fight Pass prelims on the UFC that no one cares about. You're fighting on a main card at least. Invicta at least.
Well, I mean, she's fighting on the main card at the end of the year banger. I mean, that says something for her.
But I don't know that she'd be on the main card if not for her opponent.
Oh, okay.
Yes, her opponent does hold the victory over ABC Nation. Pretty convincing victory too.
Look at this slander.
Yeah, but
no respect. You just got her on the show.
No, not
fights happen though, man. Come on.
Not at all. It was just like her. And they were even saying it. They were even saying it in the commentary that her jiu-jitsu is good enough to overpower almost anybody in that division. It doesn't matter.
Amanda's pretty much really just a pure boxer turned MMA fighter. Am I wrong about that?
No,
that's tough to overcome on the ground. That's tough to overcome
fair.
that kind of ground game. I don't care how much training you have. If you just picked it up a couple years ago, it's not.
Well, Amanda's jiu-jitsu is good. It's just not on this chick's level. It's like a regular black belt at an academy rolling with Damian Maia. Yeah, they're both black belts, but one black belt is 150 times higher than the other black belt. You know what I mean?
Man, slander. Again. Jesus
There's
Christ.
no slander.
Yeah,
Stop trying to make a story where there isn't one, Omar. You don't work for the National Enquirer. Your name isn't Ariel Helwani. All right?
Yo, I don't have nearly the nose. Are you kidding me? He's got a dick on his face. That bro. But
Going in on Ariel. I like Ariel.
I do, but I mean, he gets down in a Burger King bathroom. Reminds me of the Humpty Hump guy. But I don't know. I think we should at least give him a week buffer before we start shitting on previous guys. That's just me, Tommy. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just trying to throw that out. Just for, you know what I mean? Christ, man.
Well, it's relevant because the guest was just on. That's why it is relevant.
Wow. Okay. Burn bridges
There's
in
levels
order for
to
others.
this shit.
Okay. Hey,
There's
man.
levels. Okay.
You're the one.
Well,
You're the one who gets the guess.
I think that the direction that Cynthia's career is headed, it's not going to be anything to have any shame with her. She's definitely on the come up.
So who do you think she gets if she pulls out this win Saturday night, Chris?
I mean, we say the same chick for Carolina.
Carolina. Carolina's fighting 17 people in the next 2 months. If we had her way. Yo, is Magana still in the division? Oh wait.
Felice, we've been tossing this division around for a couple of weeks now. Right?
Well,
there's a lot of
we've been talking about
top-ranked fighters that don't have fights.
Yeah, but we've been talking about, you know, who's next for Felice and who would be next for Amanda.
How about this?
You know,
I'm guaranteeing you, I'm
positive
that I've said Calvillo to one of those questions that you've asked me in the past couple of weeks. My answer has been Calvillo.
Well,
on the
Calvillo's
maybe the Felice one.
definitely...
So maybe we should match that up. Felice and Calvillo, that matchmaker. Let's set it up.
Well, they're not going to do Calvillo and Amanda because they did that already. I don't think they'll do Calvillo and Felice because I don't think Felice would make it out of the first 3 minutes.
Yikes.
Well, that's no reason to not do it.
Slander.
It's not slander.
Omar, you called. I mean, let's not talk about slandering.
Things
that
I just love it. Tommy talks spicy, and I love it. I just love busting balls.
Yeah, well, Andrei Arlovsky's wife is still looking for you for the bullshit that you made up, okay?
That was facts. That was factual. Get out of here. And Rumble. No, Rumble definitely threatened some lady he threatened her. He didn't. I might have said he hit her, but I don't know. It's not out of the realm of possibility for a guy like Rumble. Sorry, guys. All right, you leave a great career, you go off to go sell weed, then you come back to the said career that you left. Get out of here. It's not exactly Mr. Stability.
What are you implying? Is that?
I'm implying that he probably has said to some lady in his life, "Don't make me choke a bitch," and meant it. 1,000%.
So you're racist now?
Well, speaking of Rumble, I know, Omar, you've seen recent pictures of Rumble.
Oh, my God. He should be the Cookie Monster. Carlos Esparza needs to give up the title. He's eating cookie, cake.
So, he's trying to get back down to welterweight, is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Welterweight?
He got the rematch with Kevin the Fire Burns. He's like, I want my eye back.
Oh, I mean, no, so 70.
He looks like he's around 260 right now.
Yo, if he's an ounce, he's a solid, and by solid, I mean roly-poly 255. I agree with Tommy. My man is huge. He is enormous.
I still don't want to get hit with that uppercut, though.
Now less than ever.
No.
Jesus.
No. But, I mean, I know he said he's thinking about coming back in heavyweight. Maybe
he went
packing
from like
on
a
the
mid-sized
pasta.
car. He went from a mid-sized car to like pickup truck status. Like his miles per gallon went down like 10 at least. Like this man is enormous. Fucking huge. You can see it in his face too. He's got to be part Irish, man. I'm telling you.
Well,
he's taking the potatoes to the face.
Since we're going to wait to talk about the Khabib fight with our buddy Sean, let's talk about the final fight before we give Mr. T the call here. Cyborg versus Holly Holm for the 145 title. I'm going to go first on this one.
I can't wait to see what the slander come up with.
It's not slander. I'm very conflicted with this fight. I want Holly Holm to win. I think she has what it takes to win. But there's just something about Cyborg with these situations where you think she might have a chance at not winning, and she turns out and is able to get the fight to the ground and use her ground and pound to just bash the living shit out of the face of her opponent. You know what I mean? So I'm very conflicted with this. I'm going to say Holly Holm, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, if you held a gun to my head, I wouldn't be able to make a decision on this one. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
would.
go with Holm.
Stop
No.
it. Hold on.
No,
You
I
just
can't.
talked up Chris Cyborg's roundabout, and you hold on. Wait a second. What? Really?
I thought
What?
you were at the buzzer.
Right?
That's
I
what I
can't.
thought.
I don't
But,
know.
It's hard. This one's actually hard because
Yeah,
it all depends on which Holly Holm we're getting.
Oh, Christ.
Are we getting the Holly Holm that just destroyed Ronda? Or are we getting the Holly Holm that we've seen, the past couple fights, the Jermaine Durand fight?
Couldn't put away GDR that ran away from Cyborg? Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know.
Mm.
I'm going to say Holm just because everybody else and their mother is picking Cyborg. But what do you guys think? Omar.
I think Chris Cyborg. I'm with everybody and their mother. I just think that the disparity in power grappling game is big enough to make up for a slight to moderate edge in the stand-up that Holly Holm might have. I think technically she's a better stand-up fighter. I think Chris overwhelms her, brings it to the clinch, takes her down, beats her up, either coaxes a sub out of her, or just really mashes the shit out of her face. 3rd round stoppage.
Chris?
It's funny. Omar, I was talking to my buddy today, and I said relatively the same thing as far as, Holly might have the advantage standing, but it's a weird advantage because Cyborg she blitzes. She doesn't have that crisp technical striking that Holly has, but she has better.
Mm-hmm.
She has,
absolutely.
I would say, definitely a better clinch game. I think that people underestimate that aspect of most fights. It's like what happens in the clinch. But I think Cyborg will get takedowns if she tries, but I don't know that she's going to be able to hold Holly down. Holly's big, strong, athletic, and I think that as far as the Holly that shows up, I think a lot of that has to do with the serious camp. I think that she's proven that she shows up in big fights. I mean, even the Misha fight, she was ahead on the cards until she got submitted. I don't know.
Well,
man.
here's what pisses me off with all this, and it's just these idiotic fans, and I had to hold back from calling them stupid just because it was the Christmas holiday, and I didn't want to be me. I wanted to be nice and just walk away and not say anything.
I didn't want to be. That's the quote of the fucking show. I didn't want to be myself.
But they're going, this is the fight that Holly Holm needs to watch. And it was Chris Cyborg's kickboxing debut. This is the dumbest thing that somebody could say because this is not kickboxing. If you put Cyborg in the cage with that kickboxing chick, Cyborg's going to clinch her, take her down, and smash her fucking face in. Why? Because that's MMA. That is not kickboxing. A kickboxing fight makes absolutely no difference. You know what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do with mixed martial arts. And it's very annoying when people try and compare the two and say this is what somebody needs to do because it's not going to fucking happen. Cyborg's not stupid. If she's losing the stand-up battle, she's not going to stay there. As much as we joke about Cyborg, the chicken fight.
A bad time to go for the takedown is out of desperation against somebody that has, I don't know, Holly has great takedowns, but Cyborg is just so strong and so explosive. I don't know. Let's see. Is Cyborg really off and stuff?
Maybe she's been on it enough where it's just she's had some permanent changes. I could, and that's not taken away from the work ethic.
I'm talking about like I feel like if Holly could make it out of the first midway through the second round, she'll start to get stronger as the fight goes on, and Cyborg that seems like would start to tail off. And Holly looked bigger, man. I seen, at least in the one stare down that I saw, they squared off, and Holly definitely did not look like she was, in trouble as far as size and strength went. She looked just as big and strong. surprised me.
I just think, see, it's the hard part. I think Cyborg is good enough to be able to hold Holly down because Holly's not really that spectacular off her back.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Not, I understand that, but she's probably gonna. It depends how they go. You know, if she takes her down into guard, for instance, you know. But I think that then she might be able to hold her there. But if she tries to advance, Holly is good enough to scramble. She's athletic enough. She's strong enough that if she creates scrambles, she'll at least be able to get to her feet.
Well, we'll see. I mean, this is.
Holly's hips. Ronda
fight.
couldn't take her down. Ronda couldn't take Holly down. I mean, that was out of
Ronda
desperation.
went for the shot too late, man. Ronda
yeah,
went
but
for
she
the
even
shot,
tried to
but
hip
she was
toss
already
her. She
getting
tried that
taken
judo throw, and she actually got, Holly got lower, and that was the first time I've ever seen Ronda's hips not do the job. Holly just was better than her, right there. Surprised me though.
Well,
so don't be
like I was gonna say. Next to the Cyborg Ronda fight, this is basically the biggest.
And I got another
division.
stat. Who did somebody post this? That Jackson Wink are 0-17 in their last 17 UFC fights.
That's pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
That's pretty crazy. When you're
it's
talking
kind of
about
true.
the
I'm trying to
Jackson
think.
Wink camp, who was the best camp going for how many years in MMA?
0-17 is absurd. So they got 2 shots at it this weekend.
Yeah. Well,
Possibly.
So
I haven't checked the undercard, but I'm sure there's probably more. But I wouldn't.
So Omar went Cyborg. I went home. You're saying home, Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm not completely sold on it. It's more or less of like I think home could do it. I don't know that she's gonna, but I'm gonna say home because I want her.
So you're in the same boat that I am.
I'm gonna look like a Swami then. Thanks, guys.
No, because it's not like it's. I mean,
I'm telling you.
Tough. This is tough. Tough card to pick because I have I have a personal tie to certain fighters that I really do think have tough matchups, but.
Well, I think this is a good way to round out the year. This is a good fight.
This has potential to be a very, very boring card, though. Is it good as just the way the fights go? Because there's a lot of respect on both sides of the home Cyborg fight. I think that has potential to be a chess match.
I know one fight that ain't going to be boring.
Yeah, but let's. Khabib's I'm not going to talk about it yet because we don't want to.
No matter what, I don't think that's going to be a boring fight.
Khabib's just a boring fighter to me. So.
How dare you?
Hello.
Hey,
Sean.
There he is.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right. We got CFFC future heavyweight champion on the line, Sean T.
Right in the introduction.
Fresh off his CFFC 69 victory of the lowest percentage submission. How the fuck did you pull that off? I gotta know.
I actually won my first amateur fight by the same move.
How?
I don't know. Anything with the arms. People haven't learned that if you hand me an arm, I'm gonna rip it off by now. So I don't know.
I mean, he tapped quick.
Wouldn't you have tapped fucking quick, bro? That doesn't happen.
I don't know. That's just so weird. It's so weird. I mean, Omar, you said the same thing. When have you ever seen a straight armbar other than Henzo in professional MMA?
Shit's for me. That was as wild as like a fucking twister. Honestly, like it's just one of those things. You're like, yeah, theoretically it's possible. You know what I mean? Like you could have somebody be a Crip and a Blood, I guess, in theory, but it's never gonna work out. You know what I mean? You never see that shit on the street. Well, Shanti's like, hold my beer. I got you, Sam. And then he just bangs that out. What the fuck?
Hold my sandwich. I'm just gonna.
I don't even think the ring announcer knew what to call it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think they put it down as like a Kimura or something like that. I don't know.
Key-lock.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the same thing with the T-Block. You know, nobody expects him to pull it off and landed 2 fights in a row.
It's nuts. It's like
well,
he makes
you
it a
had
point.
him.
Like, let me be
You
creative.
had him in an Americana. What was that in the first round where I thought you pulled his shoulder out?
Yeah, it was deep. He was. You could I went back and watched the video a few times. He was grimacing so bad. Like I could hear stuff starting to pop on his arm. Like okay, well, you know, I know that sounds gonna be real
fast.
I mean,
It was
and then I got him in an armbar, and then you know both arms were beat up. So yeah.
Hey, you did pull off that beautiful Suplex City-esque suplex right on the dude's head. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I landed him on his head twice. I judo threw him on his head too.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it just looked like you were running out of jiu-jitsu with the guy. That's what it looked like. Looked like you were just running out of jiu-jitsu.
I was flipping the, old Henzo pages, like, all right, what do I do next?
The old school book, like, hold on. Okay, page 178. Not high percentage, but try it. And then you were like, yeah, okay. Let me give it a go. Oh, it was nuts.
And then you got the words that you were looking to hear. You're getting the title fight. Now, is it against that Philadelphia cop that fought against Cruz?
I don't know. I fought Dawkins in my first fight, and I ended up submitting him in the second round with a Kimura. But I don't know. Like that fight, I guess, kind of makes sense, but it doesn't really make sense to me, because if he was going to beat me, he was going to beat me in my first fight. He looks exactly like the same exact fighter, hasn't changed anything, still looks slow, body is super soft, It's going to be the same exact outcome, if I don't finish him in the first.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed with his fight with Cruz, to be honest. I know you said Cruz is the former champ, but how long ago was that?
I mean, I don't think Cruz has been the champ for I don't know, 3-4 fights now. I don't know, a few years probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't even look like he wanted to be in there with the guy.
I was surprised he tried to bang with him. That was the biggest thing. Like, he's not a really striker. Everybody talks about Plinio being such a good jiu-jitsu guy. I like Plinio. We talk all the time, before the fights and stuff we talked. But he went out there and tried to bang with him. I don't understand, If he would have took Dawkins down, I think he would have submitted him easy. He's a black belt, Even a mediocre black belt would submit Dawkins pretty easy.
Oh, I love the shit talk. Omar, are you fucking clipping this shit so we can share it?
I think it's very clip worthy. I'm excited. I'm taking mental note of when this happened. We're gonna chop it up because I want to get our boy some shine. Generate some more interest, man.
Well, yeah, we also have to get some shine on ourselves, considering somebody didn't do it for us. Sean Teed.
Jesus Christ. Let the man live. See?
But it kind of frustrates me because he didn't fight his last 2 or 3 fights. When he lost from me, he went to a different league. Fought a 1-3 guy, a 2-1 guy, and stuff like that. And then he's gonna come over here and beat somebody that's 8-8, 7-7, whatever his record is, and then he's gonna ask for a title shot. You gotta beat somebody that's a lot better than that to prove to anybody that that's what he deserves. I don't see how you come from a loss, beat 2 random no-name guys, beat 1 mediocre guy, and then you're hot to trot. I don't understand it.
And this is the guy that you said you fought in your first fight?
My first pro fight, yeah. First pro fight where I was nerve city, and I made a real bad mistake, ended up on bottom, and he was hitting me with everything he had. And, I ate it like a ham sandwich, came out the second round, hit him hard. Almost the only thing that kept him from falling was the cage, and I took him down and ripped his arm off. So.
Yeah. See, that's interesting to me because obviously the next fight is for the belt, and we got a guy that's ready to fight for the belt, and he doesn't even want it to be any fight. A guy that he already beat, I would be like, sign me up, fine, give me the belt, might as well just hand it to me now. You know,
well,
and
I mean,
it's like, well, it's still
like
not a good fight for you because, yeah, that's. I'm just trying to let the people know what kind of guy we got on the line here. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't normally talk crap, but, I like to fight people that, mean something. Like, for me, it doesn't seem like it means anything.
Yeah. And
Am
even
I
though
going to
he's
go in
getting
there
the
and
belt,
smash them?
right,
Yeah,
that's
100%.
I respect that.
Well, that's what you got to do, man. You got to go in there, smash him as early as possible to show that he has no right being in the same ring with you fighting for that belt.
Well, is that a done deal? That's happening, or is it up in
I mean, I haven't seen any contracts or anything, so, I mean, it's only been like a week or so. But
well, if they want ratings,
we'll see.
they better send you that goddamn contract. That's all I got to say. If they want ratings, if they want to keep getting bigger and bigger shows, man, you always entertain. Like, how does nobody nobody would not want to see you fight?
It's done on my side. I'm going to at least do one of the guys. But if it's Daukaus, I was the only one that they said was confirmed to be fighting for a title. So, the thing about the Alliance, they have access to so many people. So if it doesn't work out where they think that that's a good matchup and that's what people are going to pay to see, they're not going to do it.
Well, is there any other heavyweights that are making noise besides you?
I mean, not really, I don't know. I don't even know any other heavyweights that have really fought on any of the cards that I have or, anywhere in general.
Yeah, I feel like that's a blessing and a curse. It's good because, you're the name. You're definitely got most buzz behind your name in organizations, but kind of want to, like you said, fight fights that have meaning. Like, nice to have a.
Well, yeah, I want to fight. Like when I fought Joshua Marsh, that fight meant something. He was a champion he was a heavyweight champion of another Alliance league, so that made sense to me. To me, have fought somebody, that I beat and he got lucky in his fight, but whatever. If it sets it up, I'm gonna go in there, make some statements, and maybe they'll put somebody in there against me that's better next time.
Or the title win might fast track you to a UFC or Bellator.
I was just gonna say that. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but I knew Tommy would fucking come through for me. Way to pick me up, brother.
It's 100%. But hold on, I'm gonna give our boy another call. I think it dropped him, but or maybe he's pissed that you mentioned it. I might have hung up. Hold on.
Hello. I don't know what happened.
It's fucking Blog Talk.
Oh, I thought that pissed you off. I was like, oh no, you mentioned you mentioned the jump up. We can't say that too early.
What I was saying was that if they give you this guy and you dust him like you're going to dust him, this might be your fast track to the UFC or Bellator as soon as you get that title around your waist.
Well, I mean, yeah, all possibilities are there. Especially under Brian Hamper and stuff, Sucker Punch. So I'm sure it opens up a lot of doors. Brian already has opened up a lot of doors for me. So it's just things to come. I'm not rushing anything. I learned a lot from, the time I lost. I've learned a lot. I've definitely added a lot more to my training and stuff. So, I'm always learning, which is good.
Yeah, pulling out submissions that nobody ever does. You could become the human highlight reel for heavyweight jiu-jitsu, man.
And I mean, I say, me and Tommy talk about this all the time as well, about like the heavyweight division is starving for good young guys to come up, and there's the new wave is on the come up. And you could definitely be a part of that. An exciting position to be in, man. Definitely.
You should start taking Bellator to get you in that heavyweight Grand Prix, man. As an alternate.
Oh yeah, I'll only go to Bellator if I can be in the Grand Prix, right?
Make it happen.
Shit, why the hell not?
Fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? I could name 3 people off the top of my head that you're more deserving of to be in that, but I don't want to make it like let's throw shade and put words in my man Sean T's mouth. But I mean, they're all getting their AARP cards, most of them. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be a two-faced bastard here. I'll watch all the fights, and however the brackets shake out, for sure. But you know, they should get Justin Red in there. I think he's an alternate. They should get you in there. Come on, man. Like, you know, for the future of that division. I don't know. Call me crazy. You know.
Doesn't look like Bellator's looking much towards the future with that whole.
Nah, man.
Setup.
Nope. Buying Hyundais.
So they haven't mentioned anything to you about when this fight could be? When in 2018? Nothing?
I don't know yet. Like, so I'm thinking about the only cards that are coming up are March, and I think there's one in Florida in March, and there's one in Atlantic City again in March for CFFC. But I don't like to sit around. So if they're gonna make it happen, I need one of them to make it happen probably in March.
Now, where would you rather it be? Winning the belt in Florida or winning the belt in Jersey?
I'd rather be at home. You know, I have a lot of sponsors and fans and stuff that are all home. You know, I have a lot of local sponsors that, you know, have been with me since I was amateur and stuff, and they all come to my fights. So, you know, I like all those guys that come because they've been day one supporters. You know, I had some people that are even said, you know, hey, wherever you fight, you know, I'm going to fly. It doesn't matter where it is and stuff. But if I can be at home, you know, and have, you know, sell 200 tickets, you know, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, I could definitely go out on a limb and say the three of us will probably be there if it's in Jersey.
Title
sure.
fight is a must.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sean, you mentioned that you like to stay busy, and if they don't set you up for March, I know a guy that's been talking a lot of shit, saying that he could last 5 minutes with you.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wrong
I don't know if
time,
that guy's
wrong
smoking.
time,
By the
not
name
now.
of Tommy
no.
D.
No, wrong
Talking
time.
this
He's
shit.
got to
I'm
win
gonna
that belt
screenshot
first.
the message.
He's got to win that belt first.
What? Hold on. Wait.
Wait. Are you calling? What? Get the fuck out of here! Calling shots now.
No, that's tremendously poor logic. I get the wrong time, but you can't be like, he needs to do something on his resume first. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, Tommy's just trying to buy more time to build his cardio up because he knows.
Get them steroids. He's trying to get them. He's trying to get that package sent from Kratom.com.
Hard for 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Listen, I stepped on the scale at the doctor's office on Friday. Trust me, I have some work to do.
I take your word for it. I believe.
Yo, is he trying to get a doctor's exemption set up already? Notice that? He's like, yo, I was at the doctor. The doctor says I can't
Trish,
play.
you hear this? Trish, you're listening. You hear this, right? Tommy was talking such a big game in the chat.
Now, most people wouldn't say I have to lose a little bit before I have to do something like that, but I have to lose a little bit before I do something like that.
Sean, you've heard this before. You're like, yo, hold on, I got to lose weight to get back in the jiu-jitsu.
Talked about this.
No, I like this.
It's hysterical.
No.
It's hysterical.
Yeah,
My wife thinks I'm nuts.
It's in good fun. It's all in good fun. I had to bring it up.
I think you're straight crazy.
Because that is a main event. That is a main event. I know plenty of people that would pay good money. You talk about selling 200 tickets.
Yo, Dustin Diamond Screech would be like, yo, I got loser. I got the loser of this.
See, Sean, we got your back.
It's the only time you'll be able to say that. Seeing this man's jiu-jitsu? Get out of here. The only time. He's like, yeah, maybe. Only time I might let you get it and then like fucking ankle lock you from the back.
That's Tommy's game plan is to turtle up and like just stall. That's it. That's it. You know?
I'm not turtling up. I'm not going to turtle up with a guy whose hands are as big as lunchboxes. I ain't that stupid.
And also, like, his hand control and his positional control, you're not Eduardo Tellez, bro. Nobody's turtle. You don't got the turtle game. Fuck you. Sean's laughing.
I get boots. I think get boots doing it.
That's what he's He's gonna just go shin to shin and then start crying. Like he's gonna be like, oh, this worked in class. This worked in class. Hold on. I'm gonna pull single leg X. I got this. What the fuck? Ah! punch in the face.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, you totally blew. You know nothing about promotion. Nothing. For somebody who's a Diaz fan, you know nothing about promotion. What a shame.
Oh God, promotion. What the fuck, bro? Get
What a
over
shame.
yourself. Get over yourself, bro.
I don't
What
think
a
Vince
shame.
McMahon
Fucking talking like you're a Nick Diaz over here.
is your representation. Sean's being gracious, and whatever the fuck Sean wants to do and say about them. No, he's got to win the title first. Well, hold on, why? I can't get over it. Sean, I love you to death. Fucking patience you have with
I
this
don't
guy.
want to spar with a guy for 5 rounds who's hungry looking for the title. I don't want to die. I don't want him to pretend that I'm, the guy that's standing in front of him to get the belt.
Yeah.
I'm not that dumb. I'm not Jason Ellis.
Jason, oh Christ.
Burn.
It'd be fun for 25 seconds.
However long it lasted.
That's more like it, and that's being generous. I'm being honest. I really feel like that's being generous.
Yeah, that's if he's checking his Twitter for the first 20.
Listen, I have
He's
watched
going live.
hours
Tommy
upon
doesn't even have a
hours
boomerang.
of tape. I watched hours upon hours of tape of Overeem's running technique. I think I could do that for probably a good 3 minutes.
Legit,
After
man.
that, I don't know.
No, you gotta watch that OK Go video where they're running on the treadmills.
That's
and
a
they do
good
it in one
question.
take.
What do you think of that man's power, man? As a heavyweight, like Ngannou is a fucking different breed.
Yeah, Sean. Let's reel this back into real shit. What do you think of Ngannou's run right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's putting people to sleep and ripping people's heads off, But I don't know what Overeem was doing. Like, that didn't make any sense. Like, there's
Sleeping?
that guy you can't slug. I can't understand it. Like, you got him against the cage and let him go. He didn't really go for kicks and stuff like that. I don't know.
Poor guy.
I feel like a guy like that, you have to keep him on the fence the entire time or take him down. I feel like that's what somebody needs to do. They need to take him to the ground and see what he does.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I haven't seen that yet.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of muscle, man. It's a lot of
Curtis
muscle
Blades
mass
put him
with
on
a
his
big
back.
guy.
It's one thing to
Curtis
say
Blades
it; it's
put him on
another
his
to
back.
do it.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only one to take him down was Curtis Blades, and he wasn't down for long.
Yeah, but you gotta
Curtis
keep
is
him. You gotta take him down and
big
keep
wrestler.
him there.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's just a handful at this point.
Yo, pack the lunch.
Yeah.
You gotta try to work some, But I like how Sean, in between the lines, this is what I read. Now tell me, Sean, if this is inaccurate. I try to be as good of a in between the lines
I
scenario
could
for as
beat him if
possible.
I did this. Yes.
Everybody
he just gave
can get got. That's exactly
Yes,
what Sean
yes.
was saying. He's like,
he's
what?
not
These
giving.
nice-
He's not completely just
Yeah.
saying, you know what, that guy
No.
is unstoppable.
He's like,
You know,
oh my
it's-
god. No,
this
he's
is
like,
what you
yeah.
have to do, and it's true.
He puts pants on. He bleeds. I can make him bleed his own blood.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got from it.
You heard it
Well,
here
now
first. Sean T just called out Ngannou. No.
I mean, a lot of people are different. A lot of people are different fighters if you drag him into deep water. I understand getting him to that point is going to be difficult, but you can just make that first round just so grueling, and then see what he does in the second round. Not saying that he won't hit hard in the second round, but he's not going to hit as hard as he did in that first round.
Well, if anybody can take him
Holly
to
needs
deep
to do to
waters,
Cyborg.
it's
just
going to be
said
Stipe. If Stipe's the one who can take
Exactly.
him into those deep waters.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I like
But now
Stipe,
the UFC,
but
the UFC's got this guy under lock and key at their performance center. I mean, it's like
Yeah, bro, it's
they're
crazy.
They're growing a
Dana White's like,
fighter.
he is the champion, basically.
Yeah. You know what I figure? What it looks like is like they got him training like 50 Cent in the club video. Like everybody, they're just looking at him through glass. And he's doing sit-ups and push-ups.
No,
and he's
this
like,
is real life
Yo.
Rocky IV shit. Like this
Yeah,
is.
I was just gonna say, who's gonna do
fucking
that shit?
training
Who's gonna
center.
make a meme with Ngannou on the treadmill instead of Drago, with Dana White
good call.
as his Russian trainer?
I like it.
Get it going.
That's
John.
mean gold right there.
But this is that scary shit when the UFC fucking ties themselves to one fighter. They haven't learned. They
Yeah, but
just have not
what do you mean
learned.
they haven't learned? They've made boatloads of money by doing that, and then it fails. But they already made that money. That money is made. I don't understand why you say that. They have learned to do that.
They made boatloads, but they should give a canoe load to my boy Sean Teed. I'm just saying it. I'm just throwing it out there. You know, maybe not a boatload, just maybe like fill a raft.
Yeah,
like from.
But Tommy, I see what you're saying. Like the model doesn't work for like the championship belts and things like that. But you know, they do make a lot of money off these people that they build the way they do. Can't knock that.
I mean, let's say Stipe takes him 5 rounds, right? And it's getting towards the end of the 4th, and Ngannou's got nothing left in him, and Stipe starches him. That shine kind of wears off on him. You know, who's he going to fight
Stipe
next?
then steals that shine. So it's like you build a star either way in that fight.
I feel like he doesn't get promoted like he should, though.
I agree, 100%. That's the whole point of what we're even getting at. You know, I agree 100%, and that's the UFC's. You know, it's to Tommy's point. They don't promote, and then like they'll attach to Ngannou everything. You know, they're already pretty much talking about him as the champion.
Well, we'll see.
I feel like that happens with a few champions, though. It's not just with him. I feel like certain people definitely get promoted a lot more than other people. You know, there's a few champs that you never really hear getting promoted and stuff like that.
Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is like his prime example.
Well, like Amanda Nunes also. You know.
Yep.
That's true.
She barely gets promoted, and she is a fucking monster. You know.
Eddie Gordon said the exact same thing. He actually kept bringing that up, Amanda Nunes point.
Yeah, because they're missing the boat there.
Well, I mean, look at it. Like, the fight with Ronda Rousey. Like, Holly Holm beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey, but Amanda Nunes made her look like she couldn't fight.
Yeah. She turned her into a fucking bobblehead. And, like, that's not even a knock on Ronda. Like, I'm not trying to talk shit, you know?
Respect.
But, yo, B.
Fucking spicy.
She made her look like she couldn't fight.
It's pretty bad.
I mean, that's not me being anti-Ronda Rousey. You know, that's what happened.
Exactly. That's the truth. That's it.
Yeah, that's coming up on almost 1 year to the day. This card, when Nunes embarrassed her.
Amanda Nunes looking like an IRS tax debt collector. It's coming in, just beating the shit out of everybody. Fuck out of here.
Yo, I don't know what to make of that joke. I don't know.
Well, speaking of
I pay my
coming
taxes
up this weekend, we saved this one fight just for you. Khabib versus our boy Edson Barboza. I already know where you're going, and you think that Edson's going to win. How's he been looking in training, man? Is he ready to kick this Russian's head off or what?
Yeah, man, he's serious, man. Like, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever talk to, but when he trains, man, that guy is on another level.
Yeah, and I remember messaging you with that bullshit that DC was trying to stir up for Khabib, saying that the UFC offered Tony Ferguson the fight. Any of that ever true? Did Edson ever talk about that?
No, I didn't even bring it up. You know, if it was one of those things that, you know, that'd be really crappy. But I mean, I'm sure they would have got him somewhere else. You know, it's just something that we bring about. You know, if fights drop out and stuff like that, you know, it happens. But, you know, hopefully he didn't get dicked over for that, and didn't. So, you know, it was probably just something to get everybody riled up. You know, but it went through. So.
I know it sure got Ariel Helwani riled up because he went after DC like nobody I've ever seen before. Good Lord. Everybody wanted Edson in this fight, and, you know, rightfully so. The guy deserves it. Who else are they going to give to him? There's nobody else in that division they can give him. They're not going to give him Eddie, not right away. That's another thing that you and I talked about. Like, this fight pretty much sets the tone for the lightweight division, because there is a chance somewhere down the line Edson and Eddie have to meet. I hope that doesn't happen, but will they fight each other if they have to?
Yeah, like we've talked about that. It's crazy.
I don't know. They're both coached by the same coaches. They both do the same stuff. I don't know. Like, would I ever want to fight one of my teammates? No. So, I think we're all cut from the same cloth at our gym a lot of times. So, I personally don't think that they would end up fighting. I don't know what would happen if, Edson became champ or Eddie was the champ. I have no clue. That's something, they're both grown adults. I'm sure, they can make their own decisions with that stuff. But, I hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, me either. I don't think I'd want to see that fight on either end, just because I don't want to see either one of them lose to each other. But has Edson been working a lot to combat those takedown attempts from Khabib from like across the cage? That's
I'm not going to say anything about teammates fighting. You know that.
Bro,
You've tried
look
many
like
a times in interviews.
Bro,
Edson's
takedown defense
venom.
is on point. It's like, he's already at almost like 90% takedown defended. Like 9 out of 10 takedowns he defends. That's pretty fucking good. I understand he's never gone against a guy like Khabib, but Khabib isn't even really, who is he fucking, I don't know. I still am not sold. Omar can't stand when I say this, but who the fuck is Khabib really fought?
Bears. Bears is a child, bro. Come on,
that. Bears don't kick the way fucking Edson kicks.
Bears bite though. They scratch. They claw.
This is one of those fights where exactly what both guys are gonna try to do, and let's see.
Well, I'm just hoping for leg kicks like Edson did to Anthony Pettis, where the inside of his leg was purple by like the third round.
I'm just saying, Khabib is very hittable.
I hope Khabib makes weight.
That's been proven.
That's it.
That's
what I want for
And
Christmas.
that's another thing. Yeah, I want to see this fucking guy make weight. There's a lot of factors here.
Yeah, he was 30 pounds out like over a week ago.
That's insane. That's just fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if you're a pro or whatever. Sean, you'll back me up on this, I think. That's just bananas. Like, stop it.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know what
Move
that.
up.
That could be bullshit, though. Who the fuck weighed him? Who reported that? I don't, take that with a grain of salt. But, I wouldn't.
Who weighed him? Fucking.
How the fuck was...
Hold on, who weighed him?
Who the fuck
No,
knows?
the people in charge of the Florida election. When my man was going against
You're telling me that
face?
he was 185 a week ago?
He caught a body about a week
Is it
ago,
not
apparently.
believable? With his track record,
Totally
that's not believable?
Totally is.
I think it's
He's got a new
based on the fact
nutritionist.
that- Based on the fact
buttered
that
roll.
he's coming off the situation he's coming off of, I find it hard to believe. But, like I said, I would not be surprised.
Vladimir Putin's going to pay off the weigh-in people. So he's like, I got that in the bag.
He's gonna do the DC cow trick.
He's 100%. He's going to levitate. All right? He's going to hit him with the Prestige. Like the Hugh Jackman movie. Next thing you know, he's like, yeah, I'm 154. Voila.
Fuck it. I hope he knocks him out with like a liver kick.
And then his liver bursts from lack of water. Yeah, way to go, Chris. Way to go. It's tough, man. Don't wish death on the guy. He's just a little pudgy. All right?
I didn't say I hope he kills him. I said I hope he knocks him out.
With a liver shot in his weak liver that we know he went to the hospital for. But I hope he survived. Come on.
Go be 30 pounds over, bro.
I agree.
Freaks out.
This is how you get diabetes. I'm not a doctor, but fuck. This is how you give yourself horrendous life.
I know this is the fight we've all been excited for. I really, really hope it happens. And if they have somebody else for Edson, because, oh my God, if that fight's taken off the table,
Tommy,
if that fight's
Sean,
taken off the table, there's going to be no pay-per-view buys. Zero.
Who has no future that wants to get fucked up
There's not a real
on a
long
day's
line
notice.
of guys willing to fight Edson on like a full camp.
Exactly. Good call.
I
don't know.
Yo. Come
That's
on.
a tough one.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
Bob
Chris
Sapp, I
is
think,
always saying he could.
is
Chris
singing
is
in
always
Japan.
saying he could take Reggie Bush on the football field. So Chris, why don't you throw your hat in the ring?
Reggie Bush is washed anyway.
I'll tackle
be
Reggie
honest.
Bush tomorrow. All right. With
Reggie
no
Bush is washed.
camp.
I don't
right.
think that would happen. That's getting ahead of ourselves. But Reggie Bush is washed. Edson Barbosa is in the prime of his career and could knock out a fucking tree right now. All right? He could pull a kickboxer. just pow, done.
Yeah, he is scary. I love watching his old fights. Just, good God. Good God.
But
I really hope this fight happens.
If there's somebody that does take the fight on short notice, they weren't 185 2 weeks ago. They still have an easier weight cut.
They were a svelte 175 2 weeks ago for a 155-pound fight. I don't get it. Just maybe there's science that I don't understand. But I would never.
He's like the type guy that if Khabib's like 5 or 6 pounds over, I don't think Edson will care. I think he just wants to fight. Is that the kind of person that he is, Sean?
Yeah, he just wants to fight, man. You know, I'm sure. I don't know how the UFC is with missing weight and stuff like that, but I'm sure his paycheck would get a lot bigger if he still fought him.
Yeah.
Well, since it's not a title fight, it wouldn't mess up that much. You know what I mean? Like
it would make him more money. Yeah. He would get 20% of the purse.
20%,
which would probably be a lot. Because I think Khabib gets paid. Khabib gets paid good, so I think he gets 20% of Khabib. That would be
Edson could get 30 because the last event, I forget who it was that missed weight. He still won.
So let's hope he misses fucking weight. Let's go.
Yeah.
Get that money. You know, I would always hope that.
I don't know, man. So, how is he looking in training, though? Like for real, how is he looking? Is he looking deadly?
Yeah, man. Edson's built like an action figure, man. That guy, even before he starts trimming down for his fights and stuff like that, like the guy has legs that are as big as mine and stuff like that. Like all the time when all the heavyweights and stuff and all the bigger guys are like we stand around because we all spar each other, he'll always walk out and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm next, guys." I'm like, Edson, get out of here! I don't even want to get kicked by you, and you're 50, you're 100 pounds less than me when you fight. Like, get away from me.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
Do you have a no leg kicking? Do you have a no leg kicking rule when you're sparring with him? Like, no.
I wouldn't even want to get punched by that guy. Like, everything he does, he has that definition of a light switch mentality. Like, he spars, and he kills you. Like, he will kill you. It's crazy. But, you know, you'll talk to him at the end, and he's the nicest guy that you'll ever talk to. Marlon Morales is the same exact way. And, you know, he'll murder you on the mat and then go over the sideline and tell you everything you did wrong and talk to you like you're best friends, you know. Obviously, I don't spar those guys, but, you know, I've seen them do it to teammates.
Yeah, we were talking about Marlon early on with this whole Jimmy Rivera situation. I'm sure you've been hearing it.
Yeah, I don't know, because Marlon called him out before after his last fight, and then pretty sure called him out again, and then Jimmy lost his opponent, and then he told Marlon that he'd give him like a 3-pound allowance or something like that. And then I don't know what else happened.
Yeah, Marlon actually called him out after his last win. Before the Aljamain fight, Marlon called him out and said, Rivera, you know, you don't have your opponent. Let's do this. Rivera wouldn't fight him then, right? Rivera's bush league all this, I think. But go ahead, Tommy. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's just exactly, it's the truth. Because we were talking about it before. John Dodson, Marlon, and Aljamain Sterling have been calling Rivera out, and all three of them say that the guy keeps ducking them all. So it's like, you got three people saying that one guy's ducking you. When you're going to come out and try and bash Marlon in the media for taking a fight on a week's notice after he just got done fighting and then just got done fighting a couple weeks before that, that's kind of weak if you're going to try and bash the guy over social media. And then, as always, they always go after his manager and Corey's manager, and then Frankie's manager. It's like, I don't get it. Why are why are the management getting brought into these deals? I don't understand that. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It's like this guy's grasping at straws. I'm not.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, Marlon had 2 awesome fights within 30 days of each other.
Yeah.
You know, the guy's game to fight all the time. You know, I don't know the whole thing about weight and all that different crap, but, you know, I know Marlon would go out there and, you know, give him the sauce, so.
I think it's Bush League for a guy that fights at the same weight as somebody else to be like, well, I'm giving him 10 pounds. Well, then you're giving yourself 10 pounds. It's not like you have to cut the weight and he doesn't. You also don't have to cut the weight. So it's like he's trying to make Marlon look like a bitch for not taking the fight, even though I offered to give him 10 pounds. Well, you offered yourself those same 10 pounds. So it wasn't like you were putting yourself at a disadvantage. And this guy just fought twice in 30 days. You're coming off a full camp. He's just enjoyed his holiday, and now you're calling him out to a fight. I think that's fucking played. It's like trying to make him look like, you know, you're using the position he's in to make him look like he's soft. He doesn't want to fight right now. He can fight you anytime.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that it's in the gray area. Everything's done behind the scenes. You know, it's what's getting showed is what's getting showed. But I'm sure, you know, I don't know. I know Marlon would fight. I don't know Jimmy that well. I've seen him and talked to him in training a few times because our camps used to cross-train for a little bit. But they don't cross-train anymore. I guess there's some bad blood there or something now. I don't know. They didn't have any big guys, so I didn't get involved in it.
I didn't know you guys used to cross-train with Tiger Showmans. Did I lose you guys?
No, I think it booted him again. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, it did. Here we go. Oh, it booted him again. I think he might be having... No, it's booting everybody. Oh, this is lovely. Hey, Tommy, as the lone survivor.
Yeah.
This is craziness. God. Hold on, I'm bringing Sean back. No, it's booting us. I think we're gonna have to. Yeah. Ooh boy. My apologies, guys. Yeah, it booted Chris. It booted Sean. I called him back. It picks up and it hangs up. There's no helping it today. Well,
let's just
join us next
week. Let's try Sean one more time.
Our video cast. No, right? Like just straight up video.
We're gonna try Sean one more time because he just messaged me.
No mas. I got it. Come back.
Oh, that's just awful. Hello?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're just gonna have to end it on that. God damn it!
I'm telling you. Oh man! Big shouts to Sean for calling in, or for you know being a trooper. It's always you know what I love about that man. You know, not to come off creepy. I just said it, but it sounds weird. No, he's multifaceted. And there's levels to it. And I love how he shows that there's more to a fighter than being a wild, crazy savage. Because he is. Takes your arm and rips it off. But I feel like dude's got great commentary skills. I feel like he could be great on a mic as like a side gig. And eventually, down the road, what do you think? He's a jack of all trades. He's good at everything, man.
Yeah, absolutely. He just messaged me now. Tell everyone, thank you, as always. I love coming on your show. See, now, shit like that, that pisses me off because you got a fighter who's on the come-up, about to win a belt, loves coming onto the show, and blog talk fucks everything up.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, we got Chris back. Hey, Christopher. God bless you.
How goes it?
You know what? Give Sean one more call.
I'm gonna. Of course I am. You know me.
Now that we got Chris.
You know me, though.
Can't end that way.
Hello?
There we go.
We weren't ending like that, dude. We were not ending like that. We were not ending like that. So now you can give your proper shout-outs to your sponsors because I'm sure they're listening, and everybody that you need to. The floor is yours.
All right, thank you for having me on again, guys. I want to thank my sponsors, eCleanBro, Pure Spectrum, Alienware, Brian Hamper over at Sucker Punch Entertainment, everybody that's supported me over the years, my girlfriend, my parents, everybody. You know, I love all of you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, thanks for having me on again, guys.
Oh, man, we're sorry it almost ended that way, but we weren't letting it. We weren't having that. Not the last show of the last this year. No, not happening that way. But hey, man, thank you again for coming on, and please just call in on a Monday night when you're on your way home. Just call in.
Okay.
Call in, shoot the shit with us.
All right.
All right, man. Well, listen, you have a great New Year's, and we will talk to you in 2018, brother.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for talking.
No problem. Take care, man.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks a lot, Sean.
Man, thank God we were able to get him back.
He's the goddamn man. And I'll say it to his face. I'll say it behind his back. Say whatever, man. He's just. I'm telling you, he's gonna be a champion. I think he's gonna be a champion for a while. I think his style translates to longevity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smart.
And I almost feel bad sometimes. We try and trap him a lot. We start talking about situations that his teammates are going through, and he's media savvy. Not that we're like really
No, he's young.
What's this we try to trap him business? That's all Tommy. Like, let's just say how it is,
no,
man.
I mean, like, we were talking a lot about the Marlon situation. We were talking about, Tommy's always trying to trap people, but he doesn't
Isn't
break,
that my
man.
job? Isn't that my job?
I guess, yeah. Your job is whatever you want it to be, Tommy. We've gone
I'll
through
back you up
this
100%. I'm busting balls about it, though. I know I will. So will Chris. Have to.
There's got to be a breaking point, and one day I will get it with some of these guests that are coming on. Trust me, it's gonna happen.
You almost have. Like, there's been a couple close calls in 2017 where I think they've been on the cusp of saying something. And they're like, "Oh shit, wait, can't drop the beans there."
I did
And
almost
Tommy's
get Eddie towards the end of the show, the last one, for him to say where he was going to be fighting from. He caught himself,
Absolutely.
and he said he
did.
caught himself.
It's fucking terrible. That he almost.
Way things change these days, you could end up with egg in your face by saying something.
Hey,
So-
Tyrese almost fucked up Dr. Dre's money. All right, we're not here to try to fuck up anybody's money. All right, what more do you want from me? That's all I gotta say.
But guys,
Tyrese.
it's been one hell of a year. We had our year anniversary with Justin Ledet on, but to round out 2017, it's been a great year with this show. Hell, we've covered a lot of history within the year that this show has been on, with he who shall not be named winning 2 belts, not defending any of them, getting embarrassed in a boxing match.
How did he manage? He always brings
making history in the process, right? Because you said it yourself. We've been covering history here. The first thing he mentions is his fucking true hero.
The rise of Francis Ngannou and Sean's rise as fighting titles for CFFC. We had Aljamain on here before he embarrassed Renan Barão. We had Eddie on here promoting his
Tommy
book.
became a Twitter legend.
Yo, for real. That's his story. Let's touch on that for a second.
History has been made.
Jesus Christ. He became a celebrity. Finally taking my advice and getting on Twitter because I was like, I know, like, this is a bridge. You're a troll. It's a natural fit. All right? Get under there, bro. Get under there.
I gotta say though, man, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this year to end, and extremely excited for what 2018 is going to bring for the Pride Rules podcast. Especially,
we're gonna hit 100 shows, man, this year.
We will.
Isn't that crazy?
We will. Before we hit that 100th show, hopefully Edson gets that win and comes on here right after.
Oh, shit, I forgot. How did I forget about that? That's phenomenal.
Not me.
Edson better do that work.
I just, I'm not bringing that up until, cross that bridge when we get to it.
Well, that bridge's going to be getting crossed pretty soon, brother.
Yeah, that's exciting news.
And that is thank you to our buddy Sean Teed, who always wants to come on here. That's the other nice thing. When you got these fighters that want to come on, and ask you, if they can come on and promote their shit. You know, like Eddie with the book and Sean with his bright and up-and-coming career. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real nice feeling. It shows that we're doing something right.
I agree.
It's humbling.
So,
it really is unreal.
Yeah.
You know, it is.
If this is as close as we're going to get to being part of the MMA world, I'm happy.
Bro,
I'm
it's
happy.
shit's fun, man. Like I've had this conversation with people, you know, when I talk about the podcast, people ask, you know, what is it exactly? And I basically describe it as like, you know, we basically have a conversation about, you know, and like I do it for fun, and whatever comes of it comes of it. So I agree with you 100%. You know, this shit's fun regardless what the turnout is.
Well, listen, guys, we're going to end it on this before Blog Talk decides to cut us all off. So, everybody, have a safe and happy New Year. No drinking and driving. Get an Uber, get a Lyft, get a party bus, or just get drunk at home. You know, get drunk, make babies. Make 2018 the year of the fuck trophy. You know what I mean?
September.
Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Let's keep everybody safe for the upcoming new year. Big shout out to our sponsors, 80K Fightwear, Black Hole Jiu-Jitsu, Madama Jiu-Jitsu, 2 Minute Warning Sports 360, to my brothers, El Profesor, Omar Sangarima, the Freckle-Faced Assassin, Chris Gucci. Happy New Year to you guys. I look forward to our next show after UFC 219. I am the Reverend Tommy D. We are Pride Rules Podcast, and we will see you next Tuesday night. Good night.
Takedown Tuesday.